Oh. Hi, Lorraine. We're just laughing for no reason, just for the joy of laughing. Rylan! Hey, bud. I want to hear your guys' jokes if you're listening. Show me the apples. Show me the apples. It just cracks me up, man. I'm aiming for the world record, guys. It's like 3 hours and 8 minutes. I think our interval training is gonna help. Show me the apples. We got the apples. They're dried. High fives. Put them in the cupboard. You want to do 1 minute with me? No, he says. Hi, Andrea. We're doing an 11-minute laugh. I'd appreciate jokes. Oh, I got a joke book in here somewhere. I do. Why did Captain Kirk sneak into the ladies' room? He wanted to go where no man had gone before. Welcome, Margaret. Welcome, Anastasia. How do you know when your little brother is an alien? You can change the TV channels from the sofa without using the remote. Hi, Avery. Hi, Ricky. What did the sun say when it was introduced to the earth? Pleased to heat you. I think because I'm not on my phone, I can't invite anybody today. That's kind of lame. Lesson learned. Keep laughing. Okay, say when. I'm going to keep flipping till somebody says when in comments. Meow? Okay. What do you get when a canary gets caught in a lawnmower? Ugh. Shredded tweet. Oh, I didn't like that one. Mandy, okay, okay, what's the easiest way to count a herd of cattle? Use a calculator. Hey, Ganja, what's up, man? Sing us a song. Sing us a song, a laughing song. Okay, say when. Other way. Okay. What's gray, has wings, and gives money to baby elephants? Guesses, anyone? What's gray, has wings, and gives money to baby elephants? Guesses? The tusk fairy. What has gray, has wings, and has gives money to baby elephants? The tusk fairy. And the tooth fairy, the tusk fairy. Okay, but this one's better, I think. How do you know if there's an elephant in front of you at the movies? You can't see the screen because he's so big. It's like, how do you know there's a joke book in front of the screen? Because you can't see Elena. This is my favorite one so far. What do you get when you cross an elephant with a kangaroo? Big holes all over Australia. I love that one. Oh my god, we're only at 7 minutes. Somebody help, please. And then you get to the point where you're just laughing because you're like, I don't really want to be laughing anymore, but I said I'd do it for 11 minutes. That's where the real magic happens. Is anybody laughing with me? I'm just wondering. What position does a pig play in football? Swinebacker. A swinebacker. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Avery. It's great. Oh my god, I still have 2 more minutes. Hi, Julia. It's helped a lot. I used to do 5 minutes, and that was like an eternity, and now we're up to 11, and that's awesome, and it's super good. Also, talking and laughing helps. I wonder if I could talk about the trouble with your passion-based business while talking. It's possible. I'm going to try for the last 2 minutes. So the problem in your passion-based business is that it sucks being a passion-based business owner in the beginning or before you clean out all your shit. It's so hard. Because when you're a passion-based business owner, often it's your, thank you, Mandy, I really appreciate it. So often when you got a passion-based business, the problem is that your passion comes from an internal pain and your desire to help fix that, or some sort of internal journey that you've been on, or some sort of like, the classic like person who was super sad and is now laughing, or the person who is like used to be super challenged in their nutrition or their binge eating or their weight and like is now a nutrition coach or whatever. And so in the process of, I can't believe I'm doing this, is great. In the process of, I've only got 1 minute left. I'm gonna keep laughing though, I can tell now, because I'm talk laughing. So it's on my goal of skills to master this week. Does it still count? Oh, Julia, I'd love to meet with you on Saturday. Yeah. We're doing a clothing swap, 12 till 3. um, so the problem with the passion-based business is that basically you go through this process of clearing through your inner wounding enough to begin to share with people. And the sharing with people when you've still got that wound is like, it's a core wound. It's been there your whole life. Oh, stop laughing, keep laughing. It's been there your whole life. And it sucks. It's like this thing that's like deeply inside of you. And when people have passion-based businesses, they have this idea that like, it's a big thing. It's got a lot of energy behind it. And you have a really clear vision usually of what you're going to look like in the future when you've got it figured, out. And it's got this big vision in front of you. And so you see yourself and you're like, oh, I'm going to be there. Yeah. And then you look at where you are now and you're like, man, I'm going to suck compared to where I'm there in the future, like not activating, not doing it. And then on top of that, oh man, on top of not having the capacity to know, like, yet the vision is to inspire you, not where you're supposed to be right now, when you don't know that yet. Oh, it's so brutal. It's so hard. Right? So the thing is that people rush into their passion-based business. I have the beautiful opportunity to see a friend who is going through creating their passion-based business, and they're very patient with themselves. In fact, it's taken, I don't know, like 5 years from when the initial instigation of that pain started to when, I think I've got food in my face. I do. Black goo for breakfast. Yeah, they've taken their time and they're doing it slowly. Whereas I like pushed myself all the way through and was like, you need to be sharing now. You need to be sharing now. You're not sharing yet. Like, I knew I was going to be doing this laughing, talking thing like 4 years ago. And I kept pushing myself and kept beating myself up to do it. And it was brutal all the way through. It was like, and then the shame of not doing it adds to the pain of the insideness of like feeling not comfortable with it yet. And it's like, duh, of course it hurts. So instead, maybe we just like love ourselves and do some I love yous whenever we feel that pain and take the actions we are inspired to do. And the problem with passion-based business is also that people don't use the support systems that they have or have enough support around them. Or keep their income. That would have been super helpful, because when you try and force your passion-based business to make you money faster than it's ready to, or faster than you're ready to receive it based on your personal wounding, it doesn't go well. It doesn't go well at all. So that ties into being a visionary, because often people with passion-based businesses have big hearts, they've had big wounds, they've got big visions, and it's just a recipe for disaster, really. Oh my gosh. And then they also go around doing it backwards. I said I would answer some, I like this laugh talking. It's pretty fun. You guys like it, or is it hard to understand? I don't know. I'd love your feedback on that for those of you who are watching. I promised I would answer some marketing questions from people from a while back. Let's see if I can laugh and talk about marketing at the same too. Okay, thank you. So, so two pieces. The first one is, what is a sales funnel? And the second one is, um, I'm trying to get my math tutoring business off the ground and I don't even know what questions to ask. WordPress for creating a website, any good? Or using Squarespace or web hosting or Wix? Oh, oh, I'm glad. I'm so glad, Dale. Thank you. Sonali, welcome, beautiful. So, um, we're laughing and talking. I really appreciate you guys. Um, so, a sales funnel, in its simplest terms, is basically the process that it takes from you to go from somebody being a total stranger to having met you, to liking you enough to trust you, to really trusting you, to trusting you enough to buy something from you, to to continuing to buy things from you, to becoming an absolute like star gem where they're talking and being like, oh my god, this person is amazing, I want to tell you more about them. So the process of going from not knowing you to a raving fan, that's your sales funnel. And this can be done all by hand. It can be done all through one-on-one relationships, but usually what people are talking about when they talk about sales funnel is doing it in more of a leveraged way. So doing it in a way where, man, this is super funny. Okay, the back of my head's starting to hurt. So doing it in a way where, hold on, I gotta trance out for a bit. Ashley, welcome. Ooh, okay, more integrated. Okay, task for this week. Look into, why does the back of my head hurt when I laugh so much? Thank you, Candace. Does anybody else have other parts of their body that hurt when they laugh? Like my cheeks get sore. This is really good for making your cheeks stop to hurt. And then on the back of the head, there's this like this part right here. Often hurts when I've been laughing past the point when my face starts hurting, and it's like this like dull aching pain, and I can't quite figure. I'm gonna do some research on it this week, and I'll let you guys know. So so sales funnel. So basically, when marketing peeps talk about sales funnel, I'm glad, Candace. So when marketing people talk about sales funnel, they're talking about doing it in a leveraged way. So they're talking about doing it in a way that, like this is a leveraged way. This is a way of me reaching, like 50 people at a time. And I'm sitting in my house, and in fact I only put a shirt on because I felt like I didn't want to show up in my house robe for the video today, right? Like, so it's a leveraged way of connecting with more people and helping those people love and get to know and trust you along the way. And then also a leveraged way of making offers, of being like, hey, I have this thing that I offer that might be of use to you since you seem to be resonating with the thing that I'm saying. And so most people get stuck in their marketing because they go out to networking meetings, or first of all, they might not be going to meet new people at all. And that's troublesome. I'm sorry. Like, unless you have a really solid referral system, which is the last step. You're like, that's great if people are loving you so much that that they're just sending people your way. That's fantastic. It means you're doing a really good job, and you're probably definitely supposed to be doing what you're doing. But if that's not happening, you can nurture people into that. And so the idea is that you are able to So the idea is that you're able to nurture people through that process in a way that is leveraged and that doesn't necessarily involve you to show up every step of the way. Because on average, it takes 7 encounters with you that are positive and show people that you have something of value to give them before they're willing to buy something from you. And and so if that means that you're calling somebody and providing value for them 7 times, and say you're on the phone with them for like 10 minutes a time, that's 70 minutes. It's an hour of your time times, you know, 1 person. But if you create a video that covers all of those things that you would normally talk to those people about, and you just cover it, and you're like, wow, like all of those things that people normally answer, like, hey, nice to meet you. I have something perfectly set up to answer all of the questions that you might have about the thing that we're doing. Wow, isn't that cool and valuable to you? And then you could be like, let me take your email and I'll send it to you. And then you can write it in a way that basically says, hey, I've already created this, but they don't know you've already created this. It feels like that if it's done properly, it feels like you're speaking directly to them because you've niched into such a small area that you're specifically answering their questions. And you can create more than one of these. You know, it takes you 70 minutes maybe to sit down and create the video series, but it doesn't necessarily, once it's set up, it's set up. And what this involves usually in the online world is a series of videos or text or audios or pictures, you know, screenshots walking people through something, or, you know, like, then put the powder in the thing, then mix it for 1 minute, then like whatever. And it can be as pro or as not pro as you want. And at the beginning, like, it's okay for it to not be pro. Because you're not yet a super pro. You're like a beginner pro, yeah? And then you want to set up some way so that you're regularly contacting people, and that follow-up can happen through the form of something like this, something like a video on a Facebook page, something like showing up regularly on a Facebook page so that you're in people's minds, so that you're there and you're showing up. And then you're also, you know, available for conversation so that they can get to know you better, so they feel. That can also show up in the form of social events that you're attending. It can also show up in the form of online events that you're hosting. All of these things are available as part of that getting to know, trusting piece, so that people are able to say, like, yeah, I want to work with you. We're talking about sales funnels. And so during that process, there's eventually this place where people get saturated enough that, yeah, they're ready to buy for you. And the mistake, the mistake that a lot of passion-based businesses make, and the place where I often come in when I'm doing design stuff and help people, is in the call to action. And Lord knows I've made this mistake just as much as everybody else. And the call to action is, hey, I have a laugh challenge. Would you like to be a part of it? Or, hey, I have online business coaching. Would you like to be a part of it? Or, hey, I can help you set up a sales buddy. Would you like to be a part of it? Or, hey, we get together for potlucks. It's fun. Would you like to be a part of it? You know? And that question can be really hard for people. And I'm just gonna laugh out how hard it is for people for a bit, because man, it's fucking hard. I see so many people get stuck here, and that's why, in my opinion, it's super important to automate that stuff so that you don't personally have to do it. You can do it every once in a while. You can do it and write up a couple of them and then set them to post to your social media. This is how I got comfortable doing calls to action. I set them to post to my social media, and then people would reply sometimes, and I was like, oh my God, they don't hate me. For real. And and so then, yeah. Oh my God, they don't hate me. I'm not offending anybody, and I'm not, like, they're not going to disappear because I asked them to be a part of something else. All of these things are things that not just me, but lots of people fear when it comes to that call to action piece. And then, duh, once you call to action, you deliver the thing. I've struggled there too. It's like, wow, you know, 18 people responded when I asked them to say yes to a thing. I'm going to ignore the fact that they said yes and keep asking people if they want to do part of the thing. Kid you not, I've done that a bunch of times. Virgo got the worst of the self-criticism and the non-action and the procrastination. And that's what happens when you have drama wrapped up in your desire to serve. Because when you have drama wrapped up with your desire to serve, it's really hard to serve sometimes. Really hard. And that's okay, because eventually you're going to get through it. And eventually you'll be able to offer. And eventually you'll find your way. And it'll be beautiful. So in terms of WordPress or Squarespace or Wix, if you want to get something up now that's easy and you want to do it totally on your own, I would probably recommend Wix. I have lots of templates. It's super easy. If you want help and you want to like actually set up an online marketing machine, I would recommend contacting me actually and getting me to set up a one-page sales page on WordPress. Because what you don't actually need a whole website. You need to proof of concept that your invitation and your meeting people and the information that you have is enough, and that there are actually people interested in hearing what you have to say and paying for it. Because I've seen so many people create an entire program. I'm talking like 18 videos and or like 35 videos and 6 worksheets and like so many different folders upon folders upon folders, because passion-based business people love their content and are scared of marketing, which means it's much safer to keep creating content, myself included, to have something to do, feel like you're working on the business, and really, really avoid the space of actually offering what you have to offer to people. And so a one-page sales page, which takes an hour to 2 hours to maybe 3 hours. If you're starting from scratch, it takes maybe 3 hours to create if you have somebody like me or like somebody like me who's working with you to create that. And then you're able to be like, blah, 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 blah on Facebook, or blah, 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 blah with people in person, or blah, 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 blah to your existing list that you're doing nothing with, and to say, Candace, I'm totally happy to talk, yeah? Send me a PM. To say that, like, you totally, I totally lost my train of thought. But when you have somebody come through and talk to you a little bit, and then get the rest of the information that you have out there, you know, and that could be a 10-minute video. You get that information out there, and you're able to. My brain is spazzing hardcore right now with so much after, like, the logistical parts are like shutting off. I think I'm at like almost 20 minutes. That's awesome. Definitely gonna go to 26 minutes because that's my personal record solo. Not really solo because you guys are here, but hey, shit. So the confidence that gets built when somebody says, hey, that thing that you've been talking about sounds super valuable to me. I want more of it. When the first time somebody says that to you online and you didn't even really nurture them, you just met them and they said, yeah, I'm ready to buy because of all that stuff you had online, it's super fun and it's super cool. And that is the beginning of the mindset shift that shifts you from working dollars per hour into dollars for service and transformation. Yeah, because you can serve people without being there one-on-one for them, and that is super powerful when you realize that. So that's a really valuable piece as well. And then there's the systems that take people from people who are like, yeah, that's awesome, into people who feel really nurtured and really connected to you and who are going to buy every single thing you ever create because they love you that much and they want to be there in everything that you're creating because it's so fucking amazing. Okay? That step involves good nurture campaigns, it involves personal follow-up. That's when your personal follow-up is valuable. All those first steps and getting total strangers into people who want to get to know you better and buy everything you create, that can all be done automatically. And then the people who really, really love you, that's like the filtering and the searching and the like, who are our peeps and who are not our peeps. That once you got that done, the people who really are part of your community, you can nurture them with that one-on-one time, with that one-on-one energy, or with that group energy, depending on how many people are in your space. And you're able to put your energy where the people who really care about you are, and take those people from fans to raving fans to unicorn crazy fans to people who are like, oh my God, you need to be a part of this thing because it's rocking my world. Come to the thing. You need to be here. Yeah. Right? So that process can also be streamlined and automated to a certain degree. And it's like, after you have a session with somebody, after an event, are you following up with them? You can automate that follow-up so that after every event, there's just an email. You click a button and an email goes out to everybody who attended that event. Or you got a super thingy, like a Facebook thingy, and you've got a message that you just copy and paste and say, hey guys, shoot me a message back and say what would have been better, what would have been not better, what rocked your world. And that'll help you collect testimonials. You know what testimonials do? Testimonials turn people who are interested in what you have to say into people who are ready to buy from you because they see other people who were almost ready, who became ready, who experienced profound transformation. And when they see that journey, they're like, oh, me too, I can do that too. That person who was also scared of saying yes said yes, and then they got the transformation that I want. And when it's done in a specific, oh, the broadcast is down. Poop. Thank you. I stopped laughing. Yeah. Let me know when I'm back. Okay. Is it back? Is it back? Is it back? I think that's enough though. It's good. It's good. Well, I don't know if you guys are still there or not, but hey, that 11-minute laugh turned into like a 20-minute laugh. No, I started from the beginning, turned into a 30-minute laugh. I totally just broke my personal record. It's fucking epic. Yeah, give up on it. Give up on it. Man, it's like I make so many mistakes and it's so totally okay. And when I was like, you know how you get over being self-critical and not feeling good enough? You post a video on the internet and 5 people post back and are like, wow, that's super cool. And you're like, oh, I guess they don't suck. That's how I got over it. I was like, oh, people seem to be enjoying the thing. People seem to be enjoying the experience, you know? Like, cool. Yeah, it's okay. I'll be back tomorrow. Love you guys for listening. You're epic. Remember, being yourself, be yourself, you too change the world. Rock on, stay joygasmic, be part of the community, get involved, love yourself more, love life. This has been Elena Harder, joygasm.me and Love Pixel. Mwah! Adios.